what started with a journey into 80s horror continues with now the continuation into the journey of 90s horror. Welcome to the Media Cabinet. Join me for this horrific unboxing. Welcome, all lovers of horror, the macabre, blood lovers, stabbers, and slashers. Why the gruesome tone and intro for today's video? Well, I'll tell you. Got a fun unboxing today for you. You know, I don't know if it's occurred to you, but next week there's this little movie coming out. You know, franchise celebrating 30 years in 2026. 1996 to be exact, came out. Features this nice little icon of Halloween. No, it ain't Michael Myers. It's Ghostface from Scream. Came out in 1996. That's 30 years that this franchise has been the icon of Halloween and an icon of the 90s of horror. You've heard me talk about this amazing franchise, a great documentary series called In Search of Darkness, that charters over the course of the horror movies of the 80s. If you have not seen these before, if you own the physical copy or you have a Shudder account, I highly recommend you check these out. For anybody that loves amazing horror movies or is looking for some frightfully fun horror movies to watch and endure. After they finished the third one, which, by the way, and I have unboxed these, the cover artwork on these is amazing, and this box set, you can't really purchase this anymore. I mean, unless you go on eBay, but why would someone want to sell this or resell this? This box set is amazing, but you need a lot of time to dive into this documentary. So this was all about the 80s, but where were they to go with the 90s? Obviously there were horror movies in the 90s, but what type of movies and what challenges of the 90s did horror movies bring? With social cliques, normalities, and everything, what horror could be brought with the 90s? Well, that's where this came into view. In Search of Darkness, 1990 to 1994. A journey into iconic 90s horror. Now, this movie was amazing. This documentary was great. It took me some time to get through this due to the fact that this was 6 hours long. This came out in 2024. And I did an unboxing of this. You could check on my channel. But it only went to 1994. What about 1995? 1996, 1997, 98, 99. Where was all that? I'll show you where that was. Right here. This, in my hand, is my physical copy of In Search of Darkness, 1995 to 1999. I have had the digital version. I think I received it in January. Yeah, January I received it. I have been waiting for the physical version to watch this, and I got it today. This is my third time backing up the project. My first time backing the project was with the release of In Search of Darkness Free. That's when the company that did it is called Creator VC. The first time when they were doing the third one, they were selling the box set. So I purchased the box set, and if you watch the third one and you get to the credits, you'll see my name in the credits. I'm not a producer or anything, it's just I'm a backer, I'm a supporter. My second time getting my name in the credits was for In Search of Darkness 1990 to 1994. So that was my second time, and you'll see my name in the credits in there. And then, of course, my third time is with In Search of Darkness 1995 to 1999. I haven't seen when in the credits my name is, but this went live on around Halloween. And you had until midnight on Halloween to put your name in the credits. You can do a video and everything. And you were able to pick what type of version you want. I think they were doing a t-shirt and a whole bunch of other stuff. I just went for the standard one to get the physical release, and some other little goodies, the digital release and everything. And I got something else over here that I'll show you. Actually, I'm going to show that first. So, as with the box set and the first part of 1990, you get this amazing set of posters. Oh, and I forget that they do this. So this comes also. This is the rest of the. Oh wow, this is cool. So this is a certificate. It says, In Search of Darkness, 1995 to 1990. The producer and director of In Search of Darkness recognize your outstanding support, appreciation, and celebration of the cultural impact of horror. As said by the man of horror that created Halloween, horror is a universal language, but it will continue to evolve. And then so that's a quote from John Carpenter, and then has the signatures from the executive producer and the director. So that's the first thing. Then came with this really awesome sticker set of the 2 poster designs, plus the kid watching the TV and the In Search of Darkness 1995 to 1996 logo. And then a complete 1990 to 1999 watch list of all the movies that are featured in both documentaries for the 90s. So that, I forgot that was actually coming with that. So that is really cool. And I got that with 1990 to 1994. And then the last thing is the 2 posters with like the reversible artwork. So you have the main poster and then the main artwork poster. So, um, I have all the posters from all the times that I have gotten stuff with Creative VC and with In Search of Darkness. And it comes in this little clear tube, plastic bag. And then, of course, we have the physical movie itself. It's only on Blu-ray. They don't do 4K. The makers of the critically acclaimed Rondo Award nominated In Search of Darkness documentary series cap their deep dive into 90s horror with a bloody bang, In Search of Darkness 1995 to 1999. It does have some special features, Voices of Darkness, and a special Q&A with David Weiner and Robin Block. I do not know how long this one is. 384 minutes. Yeah. And this one was released, it was 2025, but this is when it was released on physical. So you got this great little, slip cover. And then you have like that main artwork that has been featured on all the other ones, with the characters behind the TV, the kid watching the TV. And we go ahead and open it up. And inside is a card saying In Search of Darkness 1995 to 1999. Journey back into iconic 90s horror. You are in possession of a limited run numbered edition of In Search of Darkness 1995 to 1999, representing a time capsule curation of horror entertainment. Physical media is more important than ever in the digital age. Streaming content will come and go, but physical is forever. Enjoy and share your love of 90s horror with the world. Limited numbered edition, 6039. That is really cool. I've never gotten that in any of the other ones. So, you hear that, people? Physical media is forever. And it will always stay forever. Streaming is great. But, movies are removed from streaming platforms. We always have that one favorite movie that we want to watch on Netflix, Amazon, Disney Plus, whatever. And what's a way that we watch them when they're not available in the United States anymore? Use a VPN. No, I'm not being sponsored. I don't have that. But physical media, if you have a PlayStation, an Xbox, anything with a disc drive, you could pop a movie in and you don't have to watch it without any ads ruining your experience. Good old classic, wholesome physical media fun. And that's what something like this is all about. There are some horror movies today that you can't even find on streaming services unless you physically have them. So that's just my little rant. Next, inside comes with this awesome little booklet that has a message from the executive producer, the director, a checklist, the producer dedications, We Came for Darkness, poster sketches, team sentiments, and producer thanks. This is a really nice set that comes with this one, and going back, so here's a sketch of the main poster on this side, and then there's the final print. And then of course on the back of the book, the iconic child sitting in front of the TV. And then here we have the artwork with, again, the iconic characters behind the TV and everything. So, any time that this company or that this director and producer, put out a project. I support it. And yeah, they've done another one called In Search of Tomorrow, which was a journey of iconic sci-fi and action. No, just sci-fi movies. I did watch that one, and that one's really cool. That one like shows like Back to the Future, Bill and Ted, E.T., The Goonies, and everything. No, not The Goonies. Sorry, reverse that. And then they did another one. I don't know if it was directly from them, but there's another one called In Search of Last Action Heroes. And that one's really cool as well. But um any time Creator VC puts out a new documentary or they're working on a new project, whenever I have the money to afford it, I definitely give my 2 cents and I get the physical copy. You know, make sure to put my name in the credits, all that jazz. So if they decide to do one with 2000s, sign me up. I will definitely be there to support the project. But yeah, I can't wait to pop this in. I'm actually gonna go ahead and pop it in right now. Um, the thing about these movies, aside from the fact that you can find some really fun movies to watch, is that um, they have a killer soundtrack, um, curated and made for these movies. I love them so much. The music is amazing. This documentary series is amazing, and of course, there's other great horror documentaries out there. Crystal Lake Memories, Never Sleep Again, Living with Chucky, and Hollywood Dreams and Nightmares, which is the Robert Englund story of his fame, how he rose to fame with Nightmare on Elm Street, and the Never Sleep Again and Crystal Lake Memories. Two really amazing documentaries breaking down every single movie of what I think is the best slasher franchises: Nightmare on Elm Street and Friday the 13th. Uh, I think it's Living with Chucky or Life with Chucky. That breaks down all the Child's Play movies. And then I'm pretty sure there's more out there. And this company, the Creative VC, they don't just stop at these. They have done other ones. They've done a complete deep dive also on Alien, which is really cool for anyone that's a fan of those. But yeah, if you want to share any love with horror, with 90s horror, 80s horror, I'm pretty sure it's 90s horror doc, and I'm pretty sure you can find them on social media out there. Just 90s horror doc. If you go online, if you go onto the website, I'm pretty sure you could try and find them. But if you missed out, you missed out. But that doesn't mean that you don't have an opportunity to watch them. Like I said, go on Shudder, do a 7-day free trial. Add your card, remove it right when you start it. You got 7 days to watch these. You're gonna need a little bit more time than 7 days, but you're gonna have access to quite possibly one of the best documentaries for taking a look back at old horror from the 80s and the 90s. So, with all that being said, I want to thank Creator VC. I want to thank the executive producer and the director for continuing to make this franchise. I really hope that, In Search of Darkness 2000s is on its way, because, there has been, it's gonna primarily maybe be remakes and everything, but no matter what, horror is always continuing, you know? And you can dive into horror spoofs with like Scary Movie, you know? Um, the continuation of like the Evil Dead movies, the remake, Evil Dead in 2013, Cabin in the Woods, you know? Evil Dead Rise, and the new Evil Dead Burns, coming out soon. Um, let's see, Five Nights at Freddy's. You know, that's a good one as well. Stay Alive. It Follows. I'm trying to just think of like um remake of Poltergeist. You know, I would say that there's a good amount that they can use. But yeah, like I said, if you have an opportunity, you have some days where you got nothing to do, you know, go on Shudder and seriously check out this docu series, this franchise. Give it a lot of love, give it a lot of support. Um, maybe sleep with one eye open, have a light dimmed, cause your nightmares will come off the screen. With all that being said, guys, thanks for checking out this amazing video. I hope I have inspired you to check out this amazing franchise. With all that being said, guys, have a wonderful weekend, and I'll see you next time for another amazing video inside the Media Cabinet. Bye for now.